Hello everyone, and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're going to be doing a video about 5 special knives that remind me of Randy over at Randy's WSG. Jake put up a video earlier on today and I really enjoyed it. Thought I would do sort of a response to that. Now, for a little bit of background context, Randy's currently in the hospital, pretty seriously ill. Updates are on my channel. I won't go too much into it in the video, but if you want to read the updates, it pretty much says everything you need to know about what's going on. But he's a massive sort of cornerstone of the community. He's a great guy, very generous. One of the first people I watched on YouTube when I started getting into knives and when I started making my own videos. So yeah, he's just a massive shame that Randy is so unwell. But we're going to take a look at 5 knives plus one sort of bonus one which I'm carrying today that reminds me of Randy. But the first one we have here is an Arthur Wright and Sons Barlow. Now, we are both massive Arthur Wright and Sons fans, and I'm pretty sure we both have this exact knife. This one was gifted to him by Mikey Newman at Baldy's Blades. This is the Twisted Assisted exclusive. You can see the Twisted Assisted logo on the tang stamp there. And this is one I really enjoy using. I know he either has this one or the black Linen micarta, I'm not sure, but I know he loves using his. And anytime I pick up a Sheffield knife, weirdly it reminds me of an American guy, but Randy's a big fan of Sheffield knives. He's got a great collection of them, some really unique pieces as well. But this is one that pretty much any time I pick it up, I just think, well, Randy's got this exact knife. Sort of marks our sort of friendship with collecting and knives we both enjoy. But it's a standard sort of Arthur Wright and Sons Barlow, just with the modern OD green burlap micarta scales on there from Twisted Assisted. Build quality is really excellent. Blade centering is nearly bang on, very minorly off to the show side, but this is a firm favourite for me and one that gets used a hell of a lot. Next up, we have the infamous Rosecraft Blades Zambezi, which if any of you are familiar with Randy's channel, I hope you are. He actually cut himself on this and required stitches after opening it in one of his videos live on air. And it's one of the best videos he did, not because he injured himself, just the way he reacted to it. I think it was really funny. But he's always made a joke out of it, and the Zambezi is one of those sort of Marmite knives for people, or love-hate knives. For me, I love it as a utility knife. Now, do I love the way it looks? Not particularly. Bit of a weird shape with this massive finger choil here, but it's really comfortable in the hand and is a perfect sort of utility style blade, about a 2-inch blade on that half stop, which, unless you're Randy, makes it impossible to cut yourself. Somehow he managed, but we'll skip past that. Great action. This is the one, I believe it's in the rosewood. Yeah. Randy, I believe, had the grey bone. I got the grey bone up here as well. And the denim micarta too. But yeah, really nice knife. Rosecraft blades, of course, made out of China. But Andy Armstrong does a great job designing these. But this one particularly reminds me of Randy purely because of that video, one of my favourite videos he's released. Just his sense of humour is second to none, really. He's a really funny guy. Next up was a gift from Randy, and this is a K-Bar Scout knife. Now, it was in a little bit worse for wear when he sent it over, excuse me, but he knows I love restoring knives. I did have to sort of repin this a little bit, not too much, and the Delrin was pretty worse for wear, but a bit of mineral oil brought that out really well. So you've got the brass liners, carbon steel springs, no gapping or anything of the sorts, and this is a USA made K-bar. Now the spring's a little bit weak on the main blade, but I think it's because it's been used without oil, so the actual tang has worn away the spring. And you can kind of tell that when the spring starts going below the liners just up here, but there's still a bit of snap in it. You see you've got K-bar on the tang, 1152 the model number, and this is a USA made one. Still plenty of life left in that blade as well. Give it a nice sharpen. Really wonderful carbon steel. You can tell that by the greying when it's been used that it's going to be excellent carbon steel. Now there's next to no snap, and it catches, but not as in blade wrap. It just sort of rubs against the punch, but once you push it down, it is purposely usable. We have as well the punch on this side with the easy open nail knots to get it out. Similar to the victorinox one with that little ledge, you use as a nail nick. Nice sharp point. We also have the can opener on this side, and then we have the cap lifter and the flathead screwdriver this side as well. Now this layer has fantastic snap, like guillotine snap on both of those tools. Punch, excellent snap as well. Shame about the main blade, but it's a very special knife to me. It was gifted by Randy. Any of my gift knives I keep, and one that I got to fix up as well is always going to be a special part of my collection. And yeah, it's just a beautiful knife. The Delrin on this, the sort of jig Delrin, is phenomenal. Next up is a Bear & Sons 4-inch Barlow. Now this reminds me of Randy because he got one sort of gifted to the channel from, I think it was Red Hill Cutlery. It was a Halloween exclusive of this knife. I'll put a picture of it up here, what it looks like, but it's white bone with sort of etched skulls, and then it has something etched on here. I think it's skulls on here as well, and then it has Halloween etched on the blade, and he loves that knife. I've seen it so many times on his channel, and I can understand why. They are absolutely fantastic, these Barlows. Pull could be a little bit stronger. This one happens to be the one in the walnut with the carbon steel. Great user, really versatile blade, and it's nice to see a traditional knife with not a super fine edge as well, because a lot of the older ones had really sort of a lot thinner blade stock, so they didn't hold the edge the best. Whereas if you've got a little bit more meat behind the blade, it's not going to go dull as quick, and that's really nice to see sometimes, especially for the things I would use my knives for, like woodworking and things like that. But yeah, 4-inch Bear & Sons Barlow. Randy's a big fan, I'm a big fan. It's a great knife. Next up is actually one that Randy was looking at online. He wanted to know if if anyone had found better deals for this certain knife. He was looking at them, and it's actually a Taylor's Eyewitness lamb's foot he was looking at. And I just said to him, Randy, don't bother spending like the 20-25 bucks on that. I actually have one here that I'll just happily gift to you. So this is one I'm actually planning to send to Randy. I actually picked this up in a lot of knives, and as in like a job lot of knives, and it was a bit rusted up, but I've restored it and it's in pretty good condition now. Sort of oiled up all the sort of synthetic covers, not really any gapping on this one at all, maybe the tiniest bit up here. It's in really good condition, to be honest. I did have to tap the pivot a little bit, but when I did, the centering went perfect, so I refused to touch it after that. But there is now no play whatsoever, and the snap is excellent. Polished up the blade, gave it a really nice sharp edge. As you can see here, we've got the Taylor's Eyewitness Sheffield tang stamp on that nice lamb's foot blade. And this is one of the larger ones. This is probably similar to the 4-inch Barlow. So yeah, pretty much even a tad bigger, I would say. What about the blade? Are we looking similar blade length as well? Yeah, pretty similar. Maybe a tiny bit bigger, but about a 4-inch. Close for this one. But yeah, Randy, hope you can make a recovery. This one will be on its way to you very soon. Nice Taylor's Eyewitness. And then finally, for the bonus, a lot of members of the community today are carrying yellow Delrin for Randy, knowing that he is not a huge fan of yellow Delrin, even though he's given it multiple choice chances for him to try and enjoy it in his collection. He just can't get on with it, and the kind of guy he is, he'll know he'll get a kick out of us all carrying yellow Delrin for him. And I'm carrying mine in this slip that he made for me. Really nice, soft, pliable leather. I've got my Olight pen in there, OD green, and my choice of yellow Delrin is the Mini Trapper from Case. This is one in the carbon steel. Been used a little bit, but I'm really enjoying actually carrying it. And even though it has a spade blade, I really like this one. The Mini Trapper for me is an absolute perfect size. Great sort of just over 3-inch, maybe 3 1/4, 3.5 inch handle. That nice elongated clip point blade. This one is from 2024, so you've got the 6 dots on there. Great action, no wobble, no wrap, no play, nothing like that. You can see you've got the pattern number of 3207 and CS for the carbon steel. But there we go, that's my 5 special knives plus a bonus extra carry today for Randy's WSG. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please join me in wishing Randy all the best. If you want to take part in this, feel free to show the knives in the Discord. You can email them to me, send them on Instagram, whatever it may be, but I would really love to see what knives remind you of Randy. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.